Today's story is about a young man named Ig who had loved a girl named Marin since childhood. As they grew older, their friendship slowly turned into deep and passionate love. They were truly happy together and dreamed of spending their entire lives side by side. But one terrible night changed everything. Marin was brutally assaulted and murdered. The entire blame fell on Ichabod. Wherever he went, people called him a killer. Even though the police had no solid evidence to arrest him, the town had already judged him. To escape the hatred and whispers, Ig often hid at his parents' house, trying to find a little peace. His family publicly supported him and even discussed hiring a personal lawyer, but deep inside, his parents had started to doubt him. Only his older brother, Terry, stood firmly by his side, promising never to abandon him. Ig's childhood friend Lee, now a lawyer, tried everything to protect him. But things grew worse when the forensic lab where Marin's body was kept mysteriously burned down, destroying crucial evidence.
On top of that, a waitress claimed she had seen Ig dragging Marin into his car the night she died. The case against him became stronger. One evening, overwhelmed and broken, Ig went to a bar where his friend Glenna worked. Glenna had always loved him, but Ig's heart still belonged to Marin.
That same night, Marin's father, Dale, visited the place where she had died to mourn her. Ig, filled with grief and anger, denied God's existence, questioning why Marin, who faithfully wore a cross and attended church every Sunday, had not been protected. The next morning, Ig woke up to something horrifying. 2 horns had started growing from his head. Terrified, he asked Glenna if she could see them, but she behaved as if nothing was unusual. Instead, she began confessing her deepest secrets uncontrollably. Confused, Ig soon realized that everyone around him started revealing their darkest thoughts and hidden truths in his presence. He visited a doctor, but the nurse and even the doctor himself began blurting out their personal sins without hesitation. Ig slowly understood that the horns had given him supernatural powers.
He could see people's hidden desires and even glimpse their past actions. However, Father Mold told him that this was a curse, punishment for denying God. Ig had become something like a demon, meant to fulfill a purpose.
As Ig tested his powers, he discovered shocking truths. His own parents secretly hated him. His father had even arranged the fire at the forensic lab to protect him from prison. The false witness admitted she had lied just to become famous. Ig punished her by using his powers, leading to her tragic death by snakes. When Ig confronted Terry, he saw through a vision that Terry had been with Marin the night she died. Though Terry had not killed her, he had behaved inappropriately and later destroyed evidence out of fear. But the real truth was far darker. Ig noticed Marin's cross necklace around Lee's neck. When he touched Lee, he saw the horrifying reality. Lee had secretly loved Marin for years. On the night of the breakup, after Ig had left in anger, Lee followed Marin into the woods. She had gone to the treehouse to cry alone. Lee confessed his feelings and tried to force himself on her. When she resisted and said she would always love Ig, Lee lost control. In a fit of rage and jealousy, he struck her with a stone, killing her. To frame Ig, Lee planted evidence and manipulated the situation. He even placed the bloody stone in Terry's car to mislead suspicion. When Ig confronted him, Lee attacked him, set his car on fire, and tried to stage his suicide. The world believed Ig was dead, but he survived, badly burned, and returned stronger. Dale finally believed Ig after hearing the truth. He gave Ig a key Marin had left for him. Inside a secret box in their childhood treehouse, Ig found a letter from Marin. In it, she revealed she had cancer, just like her mother.
She had broken up with him not because she stopped loving him, but because she didn't want him to suffer watching her die. She wanted him to hate her so he could move on and live happily.
Heartbroken and filled with righteous fury, Ig confronted Lee in the forest. A final fight broke out. When Lee tried to kill him, Ig removed Marin's cross necklace. His horns grew larger, wings burst from his back, and he fully transformed into a demon. Bullets had no effect on him. He summoned snakes that wrapped around Lee and killed him brutally. Revenge was complete. Ig could have worn the necklace again and returned to being human, but without Marin, humanity meant nothing to him. As Terry held his hand, Ig slowly turned into stone, his soul leaving this world.
In the final scene, Ig and Marin are reunited in another realm, free from pain, together forever. And that is where this tragic love story ends.